The other observation I want to make is that the government of India is trying to make it entirely an issue of violence and non-violence. All kind of constitutional and moral issues are dragged into this kind of debate. The questions are raised about whether people are justified in taking to violence or armed struggle in pursuit of their purposes, in pursuit of their politics. Now, this also I'm not going to explore just now. Maybe some other time, as I said, maybe this kind of convention could be organized around these kind of issues. Now, today it is generally recognized that state is probably the most violent institution in a society the world over. In India, the state, for instance, is arming itself every day with new laws to oppress and suppress the people, and also creating new police or paramilitary forces for the same purpose. One could even argue that for 60 years of independence, these Adivasi communities have been subjected to a kind of violence which, apart from the structural violence with the kind of society we have, other kinds of violence have been inflicted on them. It is also argued, I think B.D. Sharma argued, and later on ETW also wrote an editorial note on this, that even today the government is talking of a healing touch, talking of being sensitive to the requirements of the tribal communities. They are doing it because they are taken to armed resistance. Apart from that, one could argue that the new liberal politics is a continuous violence against these communities. Recently in the meeting on the Citizens Initiative for Peace, probably the last public statement that Prakash Joshi made, just one sentence of intervention in an argument that is going on, he said that what the ruling classes in India really want is to do to these Adivasis what has been done to them, to the Native American Indians in the United States. That is, eliminate them altogether so that the ground is clear enough available for being exploited by the multinational corporations and so on. So therefore, even this new liberal policy represents a kind of violence against the people. But these are not the issues which I am wanting to raise just now. My suggestion, the other observation I want to make is, before I formally inaugurate this convention, that we need to shift the focus from violence to policies and politics. And that is, we must not allow the government to get away with the question of making it a question of violence and non-violence. And in this connection, so far as I am concerned, I think it's quite legitimate to ask even the Maoists to shift their focus from violence and shift the argument, the terrain of debate from violence to policies and politics. That is, they must not do anything which feeds into the government propaganda. I know that the media is totally has been corporatized, but nevertheless, that makes it all the more necessary not to feed into government propaganda. Now, how that can be done, I am not the person to say yes, but it has to be done. That is, we should not allow the government to get away with focusing only on the question of violence and avoid facing up to the question of policies and politics. With these two observations, I formally inaugurate this convention. Thank you very much.